G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. Spawning in over on the east side of the map, playing in the color blue as the French, it is none other than MarineLord. On the opposite side of the map, playing as the red Delhi Sultanate, it is the one, the only, TheViper. And damn, isn't he looking great today. He is on the Delhi, and you guys know how I feel about this matchup. This is a matchup that I do actually think is pretty damn good for the Delhi. I know that people, they go either way with it, but it definitely, it's got a lot of good windows for attack. Let's just go with that. Let's see how Viper plays it, starting off by just taking a straggler. 36 wood off it, why not? Seems like a decent amount. He's got one villager that's just chilling out here, going to be grabbing that up. He's got the double scout opening on the other side of the map. What do we got coming out for MarineLord? Look at that villager. Did you see that? She was ice skating out here, coming out with a single foot. We've got a double scout opening for him as well. So we might follow these guys around as they continue to work their magic. And I'm going to show you a little bit of a graphic, fellas. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Golden League. If you are watching this on YouTube in about 8 or 9 hours from when this is uploaded, you will be witnessing in all of its glory, day number 2 of this round, of round 3, weekend 2, day number 2, and I'll be casting it over on EGC TV's channel. This is MarineLord versus the Viper. What we've got right now on our screen, you can see the picks right there with the home maps Lipany for the Viper and Hill and Dale for MarineLord. In fact, I think that might be switched around. We'll have to double check, but that's essentially it. So you can see who is going to be playing which civilization here today. That is it. But yeah, this is live over on EGC TV right now. I'm casting this offline, and I'll be casting over tomorrow. So I encourage you, come check it out because it's great fun when we are casting live. Obviously, I'm a little bit more tame, when I'm casting for EGC TV versus when I'm casting on the Aussie Drongo channel. But it's still fun. It's still fun. Don't worry. we still have close calls. But we've got one rule. It's like, just don't mention genocide and you're fine. I'm like, oh, thanks. It can be hard though. It can be hard. Like you see like 45 villagers in a woodline just getting killed by knights, and you're like, I can't think of any other words that really describe this. This is like, it's just not cricket, mate. It's just not cricket. But age 2 going to be coming through for MarineLord. We do see the School of Cavalry coming down and back over on the other side for Viper. Yet to age up, but obviously on the way for him very shortly. We see he's actually going to be looking to drop down that lumber camp. Actually got enough wood to drop it off now. So what is this matchup about? What is this matchup all about? He actually does do the force drop. Very smart from Viper. Lumber camp going to be coming down straight away. Actually going to be dropping it on the tree that he had put down before. So what is this game all about? What is this? How does this matchup play? That is a good question. So it's going to be coming down to 2 main things. Number 1, does French go for a second town center? And number 2, does the Delhi player look to capitalize on their timings and control their food sources? That's going to be the big thing. It's going to be the control of the food sources. And Viper's got really fortunate food spawns here as the Delhi. He's got back deer. He's got backberries. He's got backberries a second time. He's also got, technically, this is kind of like a backberries as well. He's just got back everything. And you've all, then, tip, like, what is this? You've got 4 back spawns of berries and deer. Like, it is just absolutely wild. So my money right now is on Viper, just simply because all of the food is at the back of Viper's base, and it's going to be so easy for him to just wall that off and forget about it, set it and forget it. He might be able to get a nice little wall up here as well, do something like that. He's probably just going to send 5 villas up there, drop down an outpost. He'll be fine. And so from there, he'll be able to take advantage of his timings. But at the same time, if there's anybody who's going to be able to play it incredibly well, it's going to be MarineLord. You guys know this guy, he's on his favorite civilization, the French. He is French, so it's only natural for him to be very good at that civilization. That's why I'm not good at the game, because there's no Australian civ. I was incredible at Civilization 6. Civilization 5, absolutely terrible though. Didn't set any world records in that. Civ 6 though, world record holder. Why? Because they had Australians. That was my civilization. That was my go-to civ. But we'll check back in on the base of MarineLord now. It is going to be a Royal Knight that is coming out from that School of Cavalry. cavalry. No real surprise they're going to be looking to just get out and do some damage. I'm curious what kind of response or what kind of opening Marine Lord goes for here, because as you guys will know, it's always going to be about control of these sacred sites. It's imperative that these sacred sites are controlled, or that Marine Lord prevents them from being captured super quickly. We actually see Viper, upon aging up, he's going to be dropping down a barracks, so not going to be going for a stable opening here, which is very common against the French, to be opening in the stable and just going into horsemen yourself, but just going to be going a barracks. No blacksmith being dropped down just yet. I suspect he's on the way to go and do that. We can see the scholar running over, going to be jumping inside that barracks. And we don't actually have Sanctity coming through just yet, so a little bit of a mistake right now from Viper. He's obviously dealing with quite a bit. I didn't hear anything. I thought I heard something, but we've got the textile upgrade going to be coming through shortly as well. First Knight is already out, going to be able to come through and do a little bit of cleanup right now. Viper, oh, you hate to see it, but oh, look at that. Scholar comes out, perfect timing. Going to be looking to repair back up that oh, Viper, you're so good. You're so good. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Like, it's the little things, man. It's the little things. Like, any other civilization in that point would have just given away a free fucking, a free spearman. Not Viper. Not on the deli, my friend. No, no, no. Villagers heading back towards that town center. They got to be careful. Knight's got his joust out, looking to reenact the 1700s in medieval England as he looks to try and take out a villager. Villager wasn't carrying a joust, though. Archery range going to be coming down now for Marine Lord as well. A little bit of a gap between these two, for whatever reason that might be. He's got plenty of food back here, actually, underneath the town center, as well as on the berries. But Professional Scout's going to be coming in for him. So he's going to be looking to play it a little bit safer. Now, the question is whether he looks to actually steal away hunts from his enemy, because if he does, that's a pretty smart move. Ideally, you'd be looking to go for the close hunt before you go for the far hunt, but we'll have to wait and see how he plays it. Viper on the other side, we can see all those upgrades coming through, and he is going to be going for Sanctity. Sanctity is coming through now. Triple spears, moving out in tandem. He's got plenty more in the queue at the moment. Going to be heading out over towards this western flank. He's got the stable, so could be looking to go for a scout. Is there a scout out there? There's no scout out here at all. Speaking of scouts, where are the scouts at? He's got one. He's actually moved back, so going to be taking the safer route and not going to be even looking to steal off Viper's hunts at this point. So just going to be securing up his own, and this is what we were talking about. You know, Viper can come and look to do a very nice wall across here. He doesn't have the wood to go all the way at this point, but undoubtedly he's going to have plenty of wood in the future. Second blacksmith coming down now as well. So he's going to be looking to get that +1 ranged attack, +1 ranged armor will both be coming through as well. But double knights up towards the north, just looking to try and control, and this is, at this point in time, Marine Lord's doing everything right, but by the same token, Viper doing everything right as well. Just nice little defense. I do like the spear opening from him. It can be hard going for the horseman opening against the French. You've very much got to be on the ball, and not to say that you don't have to be on the ball here. You definitely do, but Viper now going to heading out to his opponent's base. I'm going to be looking to see exactly what's up. Obviously, he's scouted out that archery range. He's going to know exactly what's going on with regard to military, but does he know what's up with regard to economy? There could be a second town center coming out, but I guess that's one of the things to note is we haven't seen a second town center, and that kind of scares me. I'll be honest, that does kind of scare me from Marine Lord's perspective, because well, I shouldn't say it scares me, it kind of excites me as well. That's another thing, because as you guys know, Marine Lord's an incredibly competent French player, and so what has he got up his sleeve here? We've seen the professional scouts. Do we see a bit of a fast castle potentially? We've seen a couple of archers come out, but he's going to need to deny sacred sites. That's going to be his thing, right? Like, if he doesn't deny sacred sites, it's going to be very hard for him to play out this game. And we continue to see him moving forward now. Now, keep in mind, Viper's actually got the double melee combo, so going to be going +1 ranged armor and then +1 melee attack as well, I suspect. Indeed he is. So looking to get in Bloomery. Obviously, his opponent's already got it, but now going to be moving out. Plenty of horsemen here together working with those spearmen, and spearmen doing a great job coming in. This is looking like it might be a little bit of a throwaway already right now from Marine Lord. He's going to be losing a couple of archers here. Looks like the Royal Knight's going to be running away as fast as they can, but that's going to give Viper the window to go. Sanctity, where is it? Sanctity is almost complete. Sanctity is complete. I take it back, and the scholars begin moving out across the map. First scholar down towards the south, second scholar coming out towards the middle. It looks like it's just going to be a 2x2. Not going to be adding in a third scholar just yet, but he's going to continue pushing out, and with this he gains map control. We look from Marine Lord's perspective right now. He is struggling. He's barely got enough units to keep himself alive, and is this the consequence of going for professional scouts? Is professional scouts a double-edged sword in this scenario? It could be. It definitely well could be. Sacred Site now going to get captured up here by Viper. He is looking very strong. He's got to be careful, though. He's got to be careful not to lose that Scholar. You can see him standing there. Look at him. He's got to be careful. He's got that extra bit of health. I think it's from Piety that's come through. But now, once again, those horsemen are going to be coming in. Nice little screen run through with the knights. And Viper really looking to try and take control. Second Sacred Site was getting captured up behind the scenes. We did hear it getting taken down towards the south side. Top side, you're still yet to be taken up. A Viper cleaning up continually. We don't see any spearmen coming out for MarineLord. And it's looking like more and more of a struggle as Viper continues to push towards his base. He's now going to be sitting on top of the production. And with that, going to be able to turn his attention towards potentially preventing any production coming out. Looks like he's going to be turning back and just looking to really try and take control as that second Scholar moves up towards the north. He's going to be looking to take Sacred Sites. And with this, Viper sets himself up for a very strong potential Age 3 play here as well. Because keep in mind, he's going to be trickling in that gold. And behind this, he's going to be guaranteeing the safety of his food resources. We see him moving back onto berries. He's got the second berries back here. He's also got the deer. This is very strong, this opening for Viper. He's not yet made a mistake. He's not yet made a mistake. And now going to begin walling up down towards this Sacred Site on the south side. A lot of S's in there. A lot of alliteration. A little bit of farming coming out from Viper as well. Look at that. How's your mother? Look at that. That is not something that you expect to see out of a Delhi player at 11 minutes. And that is... I guess that's almost like proactive farming. That's not necessary farming. He's just doing it because he can. Like, ideally, you'd just be moving more villagers out towards those berries, just so that they'd be utilizing the food. But you can see Viper doesn't even want to take the fight. Even though he's got a very large mass here, he actually avoids taking the fight. And it's a curious reason. Why does he do this? Is he baiting MarineLord? Is he basically, he doesn't want to show him what he's got? Scholar up towards the north. Enemies approaching Sacred Site victory. He managed to get it off. And now going to be forced to choose. Do I decap the Sacred Site? Do I take out the Scholar? And you can see the Scholar's got so much damn health. Unit's going to be running up towards the north, and that was the wrong decision, my friend. You should have just stuck with the decap. Now he's going to neutralize the Sacred Site down towards the south. Double Spearman getting in on the action as well. Oh, it's not looking good right now for MarineLord, is it? It looks like it's fallen apart right now for MarineLord. It is not looking pretty, and this is what we were talking about before. When it comes to playing as the French, ideally, you know, you really need to set yourself up with a win condition, and going for a second TC definitely does that. If you can't control food, you have to control the narrative, and that's got to be through that second town center. And at this point, if MarineLord had added a second town center, you know, he's sitting on 45 villagers right now. He'd probably be sitting on close to 65 villagers at this point. Like, we're at 12 minutes into the game right now. We'll check in with Viper and see how he's doing. He's on 39, so not much of a villager difference between these two, but he's going to start really kicking it up into the next gear with regard to his gold. You can see that he's managed to decap the site in the middle, heading up towards that one in the north, and Viper going to be doing his best to hold on to these sites, but at the same time, a lot of pressure coming out from MarineLord. He's going to be trying his best. You can see he's really all over the map, actually doing a pretty decent job. Also, Knight in the base here. If there's a will, there's a way, and it definitely seems like MarineLord is going to be willing it his way back into it. Couple of spears going to be catching that Knight. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Looks like all three Sacred Sites are going to get neutralized for the moment. So, nice little opening there for MarineLord to have found that, but you can see that the damage has almost been done at this point. 700 gold sitting in the bank for Viper. That is more than enough to get up to the next stage. Obviously, he doesn't need to spend his gold on anything other than Scholars or Imams. That is going to be it. Now, we can see that the scouts are moving out towards Viper's base. He wants to try and take these deer, but obviously not going to have too much luck with that. They are sitting behind that wall. And Viper just still struggling almost at this point in time to add more units in. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. You got to get those units in gear, Viper. What's going on, fella? Sacred Site to the south has been taken. Sacred Site towards the north has been neutralized as well. He's going to look to re-wall that, and a Scholar going to be trying its best to escape. I think he might actually make it away. Oh, no, he doesn't. No way. No way. Is MarineLord just going to commit one archer to it? Does he know he can just chase it down? Wow. That's big brain. That's actually big brain. Kills the Scholar with a single archer. But he didn't shift Q it back. Now MarineLord all of a sudden looks impressive. I'm curious though, how does Viper respond to this? This is a big force coming out from MarineLord. Still no +1 ranged armor. I guess he doesn't really need it going up against Viper, who's got, you know, quite literally a full melee armor, or full melee army rather. But no melee armor coming out either. Up towards the north, it looks like the archer moves up towards this position. MarineLord playing very well. All of a sudden, we've got the tables that are beginning to turn. Viper coming out, a lot of spearmen, a lot of horsemen working together in tandem. The Delhi Death combo is moving forward, and we'll head into that full screen so you get the cinematic view. And now Spear's going to be looking to get on the front line. You can see the shoe is definitely on MarineLord's foot. All MarineLord needs to do, and some reinforcements coming on the back line. Viper looking incredibly strong. All of a sudden, all MarineLord needs to do is try and take down these spears, and then at the same time make sure that he's not losing his archers. That's really it for MarineLord. And you can see he's actually pulling ahead. All of a sudden, it's actually looking very good for our French player. I'm not sure what's gone wrong for Viper. All of a sudden, it's starting to look very, very concerning. He didn't get any front berries, any front deer. Is this just the power of the French that we're seeing right here? Has Delhi really been nerfed down to oblivion? Is that what we're seeing? But it definitely seems to be a matchup that continues to evolve and continues to see, you know, reiterations and just absolute beauty. I love it. I love the way that the meta is right now, because we always see different things coming out. And now all of those horsemen looking to try and come in, find a bit of an angle. That spear or that knight number is really starting to get quite high. You can see the scouts are out here as well. They might be thinking a little bit about having some deer for breakfast. Obviously, venison is always something that's welcome on the menu. And now up towards the north, it looks like that sacred site has been captured up. That we see that archer is just continuing to do its thing. The southern sacred site has not been recaptured. The middle one has not been recaptured either. It is just that northern one that has been taken. We can see him actually fighting up against this, but at the same time, it's not going to be enough, because there are going to be there's going to be units on the way. MarineLord in a pretty decent spot now. He's going to continue adding in more units. We don't see any second town center getting added at this point. He's going to be moving more villagers over. Might be even doing a little bit of long distance gold mining if he's not paying attention, and indeed he was paying attention. But I got to say, I'm impressed by MarineLord's play. I feel like he had just the right amount of knights there. And look at the knight numbers. Do I dare suggest that we may see a Royal Institute come out for MarineLord? There are a lot of knights out right now. There are a huge amount of knights. 7 knights here. 6 knights. That's 13 knights. You could definitely Royal Institute this bad boy up. We're starting to think that that is a legitimate threat. Up towards the north, it looks like that Scholar going to get chased down. Down towards the south, though, a little bit of a raid coming through. Viper going to be trying his best to find some villagers, and indeed he's going to be finding some, but it also going to be losing quite a few of his horsemen here. A lot of these archers ready to go, and fortunately standing by. 4 of those villagers make their way back inside that town center. Horseman going to be running away, escaping it out at the speed of light. Viper going to be clicking up to that next stage now, and we see that landmark go down. It's going to be the House of Learning that he drops down. He's now going to be getting on the deers and aging up. So he's going to have a bit of a castle age timing here that he's going to be looking to meet. Sacred site is getting captured down towards the south. Let's just go with that. But keep in mind, he's only sitting on 1 out of 3 sacred sites, and that is the one that he's capturing. So technically doesn't even have that. So that's going to give him that nice little gold income that he's going to want to get into men-at-arms. That's going to help him out a huge amount. But to be honest, against the Royal Knights, maybe men-at-arms aren't even the right choice. It's going to be very difficult for Viper here, because he doesn't have the power that his enemy has got right now. This could be bad for Viper. Actually, he's trying to get up to the next stage. I think he might be able to just get it up. You can see landmark going to be coming up, going to be losing 1 villager. Second villager going to be going down as well. Third villager going to be going down, but it looks like he's going to be a-okay. And the French player MarineLord now pushes in underneath Viper's town center. Going to be trying. We'll head into the cinematic mode as Viper tries to hold on, and this is where it starts to get really hard for him. He's got 12 villagers sitting inside that town center. More villagers going to get mauled as they continue coming in from the wood lines. He's tried his best to find his feet, but unfortunately the only thing he's found has been a grave, and it's his own grave. He's got the mark. He's got the marker doing some trades, and now MarineLord going to be turning his attention elsewhere, realizing that it's just not cricket when you're attacking that town center. It is going to be doing a lot of damage, and it looks like Knight's going to be coming out here strong for Viper. You can see he's managed to capture up. Didn't capture up that sacred site to the south. So it is literally going to be 0 sacred sites for Viper at this point in time. Where did it go wrong for Viper? He took a lot of good fights early. He captured all 3 sacred sites. Where did it go wrong? Was it the lack of walls? Was it the fact that he didn't go into archers himself? But what would have archers done in this situation? They wouldn't have really added much. So where did it all go wrong for him? I would love to... I got to go back and dissect this game, because I tell you what, it just doesn't look like it's not what you'd expect out of a Delhi. Yeah, now we begin to see MarineLord continuing once again to push in on that wood line. There's a second wood line down for Viper. He'll be heading down there undoubtedly. And now going to be looking to try and find some raids himself. He manages to actually pick off 3 villagers. I'm pretty confident that's 3. Indeed it is, 3 villagers. So getting some more villagers. It's not the first time he's got successful raids. 61 villagers for MarineLord at the moment. Compare that to Viper, who's sitting on 48. So a difference of about 13. And Viper can look to now pick up relics, because keep in mind, the Delhi player, he is, that is the name of the game. And I guess the thing about going for that second town center, if MarineLord had gone for the second town center, maybe he didn't have the military might that he's got now, and maybe he doesn't actually stand a chance. So maybe going for a second town center is almost like a bit of a death wish, because we've seen that work. Obviously, you know, I've watched so many Divine games to know that is something that does work. But who knows? Maybe yeah, it's just one of those things that continues to unfold, and it is so. This is what I love about the meta right now, is that we don't really have a solid understanding. I mean, obviously the pros have got a solid understanding. We continue to see them do absolute work, and now Knights coming in from behind, coming in from the front, coming in from everywhere. They're going to be trading out. These are Castle Age Knights going up against the Knights of only the Feudal Age, but more Knights now coming in, and Marine Lord looking very strong as he goes up to the Third Age. Please tell me it's a Guild Hall. I think it's a Guild Hall. It's a Guild Hall. Damn it, Marine Lord. Damn it, Marine Lord. Horseman on the backside. A lot of Knights now coming out. Marine Lord looking very good. 15 Knights standing out strong. More Knights than he's got archers. Yeah, so obviously, like, the pros have a very solid understanding of the matchups and the way that they play at a core level, but the meta in that, you know, what you can expect to happen in a game is one of those things that is constantly changing and constantly developing. So even here we see where Viper was able to maintain full control of his food sources and able, like, with the exception of his deer up to the north, which he hasn't even found, and neither has his opponent even gone after. But, you know, we've seen him transition over to farms now, but up until this point, like, it's looked very, very good for him with regard to his food economy. And yet still, somehow, Marine Lord manages to keep his head above water. More Knights continuing to look for raids, so Viper trying to find a way back into this game, but now going to get caught out. First Knight going to be going down, second Knight going to be going down as well. A lot of nice clashes in there. In fact, I'm not sure if that's one or two. I think it might just be the one Knight. Viper looking to get all of his upgrades. Marine Lord going to be doing the same thing. Look at the upgrades coming through for Marine Lord right now. We're talking +2 ranged attack. We're talking specialized pick, double broad axe, horticulture. He gets all of the timing, and this is such a smart timing coming out from him. So he knows that this is the important timing. Sacred Sight getting contested here. He's looking to try and get a few hits here on the archers. It looks like one of the lancers is going to get taken out. Second lancer, third, fourth, and fifth one going to be making it away. But we don't actually see, because the Delhi player doesn't have map control, he's not able to take the relics. And so we still see those relic numbers really high out on the map here. Still yet to capture any relics. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't see the 5th relic, so maybe we do have relics coming or being captured. Marine Lord could be after it himself. In fact, we don't see any of them or any picked up at this point in time. But now Knights going to be looking to clash it in with Lancers. You can see the upgrades coming out for both of these guys looking pretty strong. But now also more raids coming through. Marine Lord going to be trying his best to stay alive. Sacred Sight neutralized towards the south. Marine Lord playing out of his absolute mind, trying to pull a victory out here. But I tell you what, it is an absolute struggle. Looks like the first relic does get captured up. I'm not sure exactly where it came from. It must have been somewhere over here, maybe up in this region somewhere. But now more Knights coming in, looking to do some damage here. Going to be sieging down this outpost and trying their best to get some villager kills. Viper going to be having to contest this or run away. Looks like he's going to be making his decision as more raiding continues back in the base of Marine Lord. And indeed, it looks like Marine Lord going to have to just forfeit that position. Going to be trying those villagers, continuing just to hold strong. Good on you, villagers. Keep doing your thing. But now Knights up against Lancers going to be trying their hardest. You can see the +2 upgrades are actually coming through, but non-relevant to this fight, unfortunately. But +2 range attack going to be coming through now for his opponent. And Viper really struggling to find a grounding here for himself. And now, looks like out in the middle of the map, Viper going to be fighting a lot of villagers. Viper all of a sudden looking very, very good. 66 villagers for Marine Lord, 56 for Viper. No Sacred Sights taken for Viper, though. He's still not sending out any of those scholar boys. Still not sending out any scholars at this point. He's trying his best. It looks like now he's captured up one towards the north, so going to be equalizing it a little bit. But it just goes to show you how well you've got to play as the French to beat the Delhi. It just, like, we have just seen absolute beautiful plays coming out today from both of these players. And Marine Lord has just played it absolutely flawless. You know, I was a bit concerned when we didn't see that second town center, but now we're sitting here at 24 minutes into this game, or 23 minutes into this game, and we still see only a single town center. 9 villagers in the queue, and they are all coming from this one. So that goes to show you. I mean, when it comes to this game, it is just, you know, it is constantly evolving, constantly changing, and no second town center doesn't necessarily mean a loss here for our French player, because I guess if you play it immaculately, if you play it perfectly, if you've always got just the right amount of Knights, then you're always going to be a-okay. But up towards the north, Sacred Sight going to be taken out. Looks like a monastery going to be coming down in the middle here for Marine Lord. A smart decision, and we can see that scholar going to be racing away at 1.27 movement speed. Just, you know, he's stolen the relic, and he knows it. He's tailing it out of there very quickly. And that's going to be the 3rd relic captured up for Viper. 4th one down towards the south going to be available as well. 5th one a little bit out of reach. We'll have to see how he looks to play it. But MarineLord probably realizes that. He might just be looking to capture the sacred site himself with a monastery that close. We'll have to see what he gets up to. But now Arbalatrier going to be coming out as well for him. So going to be looking to mix it up. And we do... Did I see a keep somewhere? I thought I saw a keep somewhere. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe it was the monastery I was thinking of. I think it was a monastery. I think that's what I saw. But now Knights looking to try and, or Lancers rather, continuing to clean up villages. And MarineLord doing the no wall challenge. And I can't help but feel like against Viper, it's probably a dangerous thing. Viper's the kind of guy who is not gonna, he's not gonna give you up. He's not going to let you down. I'm not going to rickroll you guys, but you know what I mean, right? Like, he is relentless with his raids. And we see MarineLord on 72 villages at the moment, Viper on 62, but he manages to keep that gap, you know, at about 10 villages, which is exactly where he needs it to be. Because any more than that, and that French bonus really starts kicking in, really starts doing damage, not going to be the case here. And Viper now going to be running away on this northern side, looking to try and do some damage. Unfortunately, going to get chased away. Middle gold going to get picked up, and we hear that 4th relic getting picked up for Viper. At the same time, that 5th relic over on the eastern side going to be out here, and Viper just continuing to come in here and do damage. More raids coming in, just absolute brutal raids coming through. Viper absolutely looking like the raid god. Raid god. Is that the next song? I'm beginning to feel like a raid god. Raid god. I'm not going to do it. And now I'm going supersonic. Nah, all right, we got to do it. We got to do it. The raid god. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. Now Viper, as the raid god, tries his best to stay alive on that sacred site towards the north. You can see the Knights did come in and look to retake it, recapitalize it, what's the word I'm looking for? Neutralize it. Let's go with that one. But now going to be looking... Nice little trades coming in. MarineLord, he throws away a Knight. Now, Knights coming in from all directions. We see them moving out. A lot of Arbalatrier out, actually. That is not a good thing for Viper. You've got to be backing out very carefully from that. He spots them and immediately falls back. The right move. And Viper going to be heading away very, very quickly. That sacred site towards the north does get captured. We see the wall still up there. I do like that. But now, what is the reaction from Viper? It looks to be a Mangonel coming out. This is a bit of a Keck W right now. I don't know how I feel about this. Viper going to be going for a Mangonel up against Arbalatrier. It feels like Viper... I feel Viper very much wants the Mangonel to work. You know, he is always making Mangonels. We've seen it many a time coming out from him. He wants the Mangonels to work. I don't know if they're going to work, Viper. We'll have to see how you do. But if there's anything to be making them up against, it's Arbalatrier. You know, Arbalatrier, a very strong unit. Something that they do lose, something that they're very ineffective against is the Mangonel. So maybe this could work. Maybe I like where you're going. We'll have to see. More houses going to be coming down for Viper. A quick stock take reveals 68 villages and... Sorry, let me update that. 69 villages. Nice. 69 villages, 33 military. Compare that over to MarineLord, who's sitting on 83 villages, so a 14 villager difference and 50 military population. And the Siege Workshop going to be coming out as well for MarineLord here. So could be thinking about going for a Treb. Obviously did spot that there was a keep out, or at least he should have. I'm not 100% sure if he did, but that could be the way that he looks to go. Maybe even just going for a bit of a proactive Springald. I wouldn't be surprised because with a mass of Arbalatrier like this, you are inevitably going to be seeing some form of siege coming out to try and deal with them. It's an effective counter. +2 upgrades slowly but steadily coming in for Viper. You can see more of them coming through. He's looking to get the military academy. He's got a whole bunch of them coming through. Oh, sorry, Viper. I didn't mean to cancel your upgrades there, mate. I love that bug. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, get out of here. Get out. Well, I wonder if that desyncs the game. It really shouldn't, but the units do still come out. Don't worry. Like, you watch right here, you can see it's producing. There you go. Like, you can see the units are still being produced, even though... Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't mean to cancel Viper's units. Okay, there they come. It's all right. It's just a UI glitch. Mangonel coming out now. Viper going to be looking to apply pressure, but we already see the Trebuchet, the Springald coming out in response. Viper got to be careful here. Going to be losing that Mangonel. Going to be throwing that Mangonel away for free. Indeed, it was an expensive Mangonel, losing its life right there. Scholar just absolutely hightailing it out. Run! 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 Oh, jeez. Oh, man. This is actually an impressively long game. I'm surprised that it's gone this far, despite both players being on 1 TC. Is this the new meta? Is this where we go? The 1 TC meta. Last relic going to be picked up there from MarineLord. He's finally done it. With that, he'll be able to take the second sacred site towards the south. Indeed, he has. More raids coming through. MarineLord sitting on 95 villagers at the moment. Compare that to TheViper, who's on 75. So a 20 villager difference. I was going to say that's a second town center that we've got to have. There's no way he makes up that much of a villager difference, not with the raids coming in like this. But now Viper going to be getting cleaned up on this position as well. We see Mangonel moving in. Second Mangonel that goes down, unfortunately for Viper. Not paying attention 2 times in a row does hurt him indeed. So first mistakes of the game coming out at 29 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. The first mistakes of the game to come out are at 29 minutes. That is impressive play from these two guys. But now we got multiple raids coming in. Viper going to be pulling villagers here from these back farms. At the same time, MarineLord cleaning up units on the front. Viper trying his best to do some damage. Unfortunately for him, not going to be happening. And MarineLord looking very, very strong right now. Just APM everywhere. He's cleaning up these raids, doing a great job raiding himself. There are fights all over the map at this point, and still he manages to keep his head above water and continue pushing through. And now going to be coming out a lot of units out here. And where are those Mangonels? You know, wouldn't 2 Mangonels be really good right about now? Wouldn't it whatsoever? Going to be able to take down that outpost. This gold mine is looking a little bit endangered. We see villagers idle up on that stone mine. And now a bit of a fight beginning to unfold, but keep in mind those trebuchets are firing off behind this, but it's the Arbalètriers that are just doing so much damage here, and Viper getting completely ripped apart right now. He is not looking good. This is not a pretty outcome for Viper. We see some horsemen actually coming in, veteran horsemen coming in for Viper, but you can't help but feel he's thrown it away a little bit too late right now. It's such a decent combo going up against the Arbalètrier together with the Knights. It's so difficult to deal with Arbalètrier, just such a strong unit. Once they get that Pavis shield going to be taking a lot less ranged armor, and we see Gambesons coming in now as well, so that's an extra 5 melee armor that they'll be getting on top of their already very strong armor. You can see it's 1+1 at the moment. Wait, why do they have 1 melee armor? Is that normal? Do they just have 1+1 melee armor? Hold on a minute. Where's like a normal archer? Yeah, 0+1, 1+6. Damn, I didn't know that Arbalètrier get an extra. They get an extra armor? That is insane. Crossbows don't. I didn't know that. They just get on top of the 5 armor that they get, they also get an extra armor. Because why not? Why not? Why not? That is some impressive Pavis, man. Still yet to see the Pavis deployed at this stage. But MarineLord going to be trying his best to hold on now. And you can see he's managing to try and make his way through Viper's base. He's struggling. He's slowly getting there. He's got the one trebuchet just doing working down on the mining camp. No, he's going to be struggling to get through this keep though with a single treb. But we do see more trebs coming out. We see double trebs going to be coming out here. He's got 2 in the queue. And at the same time, he's done a great job of just controlling the sacred sites throughout this game. We see the sacred site in the center, as well as the one down towards the south being neutralized. Once again, Viper actually the one to neutralize it because MarineLord had gone and captured it up. But now up towards the north, we see that third sacred site rather, going to potentially be pressured once again by MarineLord. He's done a great job with the APM this game. And I gotta say, I'm incredibly impressed the fact that he did the no wall challenge. I mean, he did eventually start to wall up, but you know, you got to feel like his response to these raids has been so methodical throughout the game that it is so impressive to witness. He's up on 119 villagers at the moment, so has added that second town center in. Viper on 78, and this is the real difference now. That we're starting to witness that 40-50 villager lead. That's where it really starts to set in the difference between these two guys. And Viper really going to be struggling here. You can see he's trying his best to keep his head above water, but that Springald going to be coming out. What is Springald? What are you? Springald, you're always so lonely, little Springald. You're always so lonely. Springalds are just very, naturally lonely siege engines, I think. Always coming in for a kiss, always coming in to try and, find a damsel in distress. Unfortunately, keep going to be denying it. Double trebuchet, triple trebuchet coming out now. MarineLord looking to put on the hurt, looking to put on a world of hurt right now into Viper's base. He's going to be trying his best here. Continuing to push forward. We see that outpost getting cancelled and repositioned up a little bit closer. Might have been the trebuchet that did it. Might have just been the fact that he cancelled it. We'll see. He continues to unfold rocks, and indeed it looks like it wasn't the cancel. In fact, it was just the trebuchet. Just the trebuchet is able to retarget this outpost before the outpost is able to actually cross the threshold. So it means it dies right before it. Oh, it missed. It missed. And now the outpost gets up. That's exciting. That excites me greatly. But now that keep is going to be going down finally. We see plenty of units here in queue for MarineLord. He's looking very, very strong. And now the final fight of the game could potentially be happening right now before us. MarineLorD's looking to come in for the kill. There's 60 population difference between these two, which is pretty significant. We head into the cinematic mode and begin to witness the battle unfolding. Viper going to be pulling all units to the front line right now as the Arbitratria just looking very, very strong. Look how damn good they are. So menacing, so damn strong, so difficult to deal with. They get that extra +1 armor. They've also got the Pavis shields. Put down the Pavis. Put down the Pavis. Come on, you can do it. Just do it for the memes. Do it for the memes at this point. You got to pull out the Pavis. The crossbow Arbitratria, it is just such a difficult to deal with unit. It is so hard, and Viper is going to be tapping out there. Fellas, I got to say, the Arbitratria, it looks like an incredibly strong unit. I'm starting to feel like, how do you stop this? He tried to bring out mangonels. I guess, you know what? The mangonels were kind of like meme ganels, to be honest. Both of them just died unwillingly. Just died, donated themselves to charity. Tough game there for Viper. I mean, he played it very, very well. Not a single mistake. He got a great map spawn. Still lost it. Where did it go wrong? I'd love to analyze that and find out a little bit more. I'd love to hear from him. MarineLord obviously played it very well as well. If you're interested in seeing game number 2, it's going to be coming up on Lipany, Viper's home map. As you can see, not going to be available the Delhi Sultanate or the French. They have been picked. These civilizations are exclusive and can only be played once throughout this series. So if you're interested in seeing that, it'll be coming up next on the channel. And most importantly, check out Golden League. It's happening this weekend, next weekend, and the weekend after, Saturday, Sunday, 15 GMT. Be there or be square.